Welcome back, it's your guy Engineer Mojo with another car tutorial video. Today we are working on my 2003 Toyota Tacoma and we have a broken side marker, completely broken in that the wire has been clipped as you saw in the thumbnail. To get it started off fast, as always, full tool list is displayed on the screen. Let's get this rolling. First thing I do is I go to the side of the car that the side marker is broken. I take it out of the housing. That's simply just rotating it to the left or right and pulling it out of the housing slot. Now I want to take some scissors so I can get access to the wires just a little bit more and be able to get a little bit of meat on the wire that I can crimp and cut. I take the scissors and I cut about an inch or two up the wire housing and break the electrical tape, and I cut that piece off to expose more wire. As a reminder, the goal is to replace the female portion of this connection. So we're going to pop the male portion out. That's just easily with a tab. I use a flathead screwdriver. I press in the tab and I pull the male portion of the light and side marker out, because we will save that and reuse it for the new female connector. With the disconnect, it's a good idea to clean that male portion out. As you see, mine had a collection of dust in there, so you just want to blow it out with some air, possibly get it cleaned up a bit. Now I compared the old to new turn signal. As I mentioned, I have a Moto All turn signal 3-wire from online. Everything looks good and matches up. The only difference is this is a 3-wire and I have 2-wire coming from the car. For this particular connector, that third yellow wire is for your daytime lights, and for 2003 first gen, I don't have those. I'll simply tie off that yellow wire and I won't connect it to anything. With everything set, I'll go ahead and snip off the old connector. Don't need it anymore. New and fresh is going in. Now it's time to prep the car wires. I have a white wire with a black line and a green wire. I'll go ahead and strip those a 1/4 inch, get those prepped for the wire connection. Taking the wire stripper, I'll also strip the wires to the new turn signal connector as well to get those prepped for the connection. Before crimping my butt splices, I'll do a temporary connection just to verify that the wires are in the correct location. As you see, my turn signal now works. I have verified that the white wire from the new connector goes to the green wire from the car, the black wire from the new connector goes to the white and black wire from the car, and that will give me my correct connection to get this light working. Now I use butt splices that can be heat shrunk for my connections, but you have a lot of options when you do connections with wires for cars. Just use one that's secure and won't let water into your connection. I've connected the wires and crimped them down. Now that I'm using a heat shrinking butt splice, I'll apply light heat to get that nice and tight around the connection and secure and watertight as possible. With the splice installed, I take a little electrical tape just for cable management, and now I'm good to go to install this back into the housing of the car. Again, for reinstallation, it's the opposite of removal. Just find the grooves that fit inside the holes on the housing and rotate left or right to secure it in place, and you're good to go. Make sure you move those wires into a secure location and you're good to test again one more time. I always test one more time. In this case, it was good to go. So the install was successful. As always, I appreciate your view. If you have any tips or tricks, please comment down below. First and foremost, I love those tips and tricks. Also, if you liked the video and the brevity of the video, please share that down below. Any like, share, comment, subscribe is greatly appreciated. As always, thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the next video. I'm out.